everyone, welcome back to Immediate Movie Reactions. I'm here after watching Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is the fourth in the Tom Holland Spider-Man series. And I will say that the big question here is, what do you need to watch leading up to the movie? I'm going to be as spoiler-free as possible, though there may be some things that I say that may give away. I will try my best. I think that what you do need to watch before this is probably No Way Home, which might still be the best of the movies, but this is pretty damn close, kind of. So it does continue the story. Spider-Man has been forgotten. Peter Parker has been forgotten, but everybody who knew him, and he's trying to deal with that. This is the evolution of the Spider-Man. This is him trying to find his new life as an adult. They do not go into how he makes money. They do not go into him being a reporter. They drop the whole Jonah Jameson thing, which I think is for the benefit of the overall series and the film. Enough of that in this. Everybody loves Spider-Man. He is the hero again. That is fantastic. That is what we want. We don't necessarily want him to be forgotten. We don't, we're kind of tired of the whole we hate Spider-Man and he's a criminal and all that. Um, I think what they do is they bring in everyone that has been in this series, pretty much everyone that has been part of the mythos. I thought for a while watching this that this unfortunately, so I have cried, I've cried at every Spider-Man movie except for, I think, Far From Home. And the first, say, 20, 25 minutes of this film, I thought, this is another Far From Home. I don't love this. I don't think it's great. I love that it's Spider-Man, and I love that they're doing Spider-Man things. We saw this in 3D, and I don't really love always 3D films, but God, this is the first sense of vertigo that I've had when he leaps off the buildings at the beginning and as he's swinging through. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. I loved it so much. Um, but the story, I was thinking, is like fine. It's not great. In fact, it's probably not very good. I thought that this is maybe the story that Mysterio should have told instead of the crap that was Far From Home. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Um, but there was a portion or a point in this movie where it flipped, where I got it, where I caught on. There's a little too much Spider-Man, Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3 in this. There's too much of him having angst and maybe losing powers and not knowing what's going on. And I'm sorry, my cats are all now swarming me. Um, so I don't know. I didn't love that portion of it. I thought that the story was kind of floundering and not going anywhere. However, once you start finding out who the villain is, once they start making effective use of that, I this movie clocks in at almost 2.5 hours, and I think it needs every second of that. There may have been some superfluous scenes. I think maybe Hulk didn't really need to be in this movie, even though I understand what they were doing with it. And that's sort of, spoiler, but I think we probably all seen the trailers. Punisher, I don't like Punisher as a character. I thought he was going to be a sink in this movie, and actually he was great. He was really entertaining. The interplay between him and Spider-Man was funny. It told a backstory without going too deep into it. You know that there's history. I love the way they did this, and Bernthal was absolutely fantastic. I have now watched the Punisher series, but I am now going to go watch that. Um, I think that it definitely finds its way, like I said, after the first third of the movie or so. And when it starts to introduce Ned and MJ effectively again, and instead of just being mopey Spider-Man and, oh, I miss MJ so much, I think that's when it finds its stride and it starts to really swing. Ha ha ha, Spider-Man. I get it, right? You get it, right? Um, and I think it takes off. It's absolutely fantastic. I thought that again early on, the inclusion of Scorpion and the Hand um, didn't make any sense, and damage control and all that was like, we're throwing too much in here. We're going Sam Raimi again. There's too much going on. But that's kind of Spider-Man, right? He's finding his way, and then he's being pulled in 1,000 different directions, and things are jumping around, and you don't quite know what's going on, and you can't quite keep up with it, and you've got that feeling of Peter Parker being lost and being overwhelmed, and they do it well without any dancing and no jazz clubs or anything like that. Um, Even though I do. I have a soft spot for Spider-Man 3. Uh, I just think it's a fantastic movie, and I don't know what else really to say about it except for that. The fight scenes, the choreography are absolutely amazing. The evolution of Spider-Man. I'm glad that we're past telling the story of how he got his powers, and we're seeing where it's going to go. And I'm hoping that this gets into the I'm forgetting the name right now, but the Spider-Verse, where the dude is trying to steal his powers, and there's a spider totem in every universe. I really I want to say Sebastian Shaw, but I know that's not what it is. So I really, really hope that we get to that point. There is an end credit scene, but it's at the very, very end of the movie, and it is so unnecessary. Unfortunately, it doesn't tag on the villain or anything like that. It's kind of pointless and silly. So if you really need to go, it's not worth sticking around for. But this movie was so good that my son, um, who doesn't cry at movies, right? He's proud that he doesn't cry at movies. He came out and he's like, I almost sobbed, like I cried. My other son, my youngest, who is 17, um, saw it with us, and then his friends picked him up, and he's going to watch it again. I'm probably going to see this movie if I can't get tomorrow. I'm probably going to go see it again on Saturday. And man, it's fantastic. I absolutely freaking love this movie. I feel weird giving this a 10 because I think that there were some things, especially early on, where there were some issues, but the chemistry, the charisma, the fact that it's fucking Spider-Man and he's doing Spider-Man things and I love it is so great. I am going to give it a 10 because I think of the Holland movies, it's really hard because I just watched No Way Out, No Way Home yesterday in preparation for this, and I love that movie so much. I think this is sort of the um, end game to Infinity War. I think that's what this is, and I think that it ups it up enough. It's fantastic. I love it. I'm going to give it a 10. There it is. It's a 10. Everyone, I appreciate you all. Please like, share, subscribe. My cats are again swarming me, and I got one over there meowing for me, so I got to run. But I appreciate you all, and I'll see you after the next movie.